Good evening. I really wish that video had been played after. From the bottom of my heart, I just want to tell everybody to thank you for being a part of this team, for running. Thank you to my wife, Julie. This is her first marathon. Running. Julie, I love you. You'll do great. Walk if you have to. Just don't get caught by the bus. I am a husband of Julie for 13 years. I'm a father to Kate, who is 9 years old. Caroline is 7. I'm a chef by trade. I went to school not too far from here, College of America. Graduated in 1993. And unfortunately sometimes, I am a stage 4 colon cancer fighter, survivor. It's really nice to be here. It's really, really nice to be here. And thinking of what I was going to say, I was trying to draw a correlation. You might have guessed that I don't run marathons. Never have. I grew up playing football, and we were always punished by having to go run. So I associate running with being in trouble. But I will say this, and from what I've learned from Julie and the cancer survivors out there that are running tomorrow, nothing can prepare you physically. Having cancer and being told you need to start chemo is like being told you have to go run a marathon tomorrow. Mentally, it's a little bit of a different story. Unfortunately and unfortunately, I was prepared at an early age to fight this battle. My father died when I was 4. My mother died after 6 years battling breast cancer when I was 14. I've had encephalitis, meningitis, and what you know, when the swine flu came around, I got that too. So I learned about perseverance at an early age, and that's been a good thing and a bad thing. My cancer story began in 2013, December 16th. I was diagnosed with colorectal cancer. I had no symptoms until about October of 2013. We had just come back from a cruise. The kids came back with upset stomachs. I thought maybe I had the same cruise bug that they had. So I went to the doctor. Well, after my wife nagged me, after my wife lovingly encouraged me to go to the doctor, I finally succumbed and I said, okay, I'll go to the doctor. And I spent about 2 weeks going through tests. I did blood tests, I did all sorts of tests, and everything came back normal. So we said, well, we'll need to send you to a gastro guy and we'll do a colonoscopy. It's funny, I went in for the colonoscopy and I woke up in a fog. If you ever had a colonoscopy, they put you on a drug that and you wake up from it, and you're coherent, you can hear, you can speak, but you're in a fog. And I heard the doctor say, this isn't the news I like to give, but there's a growth. And funny enough, I thought to myself, thank God it's not a tumor. I just didn't know what a growth was at that point. So I began chemo on Christmas Eve of 2013, and right away I got busy being positive. I sat down and we joined the Caring Bridge website, and as I typed my story and what we were gonna get going on a cruise, the Love Boat. You know the '70s show, the Love Boat. We were going on a cruise, and Julie, my wife, was the cruise director. Dr. Menenberg was the captain, and I would like to think that I was Isaac, the cool bartender, but my wife would probably tell you I was the goofy gopher on the boat. So I did chemo, I don't know, five, six rounds of chemo, and then I went to I had the cancer metastasized to my liver, so I went colon to the liver, and unfortunately my liver was covered in tumors, and I went and met with this doctor, a very talented guy, And he looked at me after reading all the scans and he said, wow, you're a special case. And I smiled and said, "That's a good thing, right?" And he said, "No, not in this case. Your liver is covered in tumors, and I'll need to remove 75, possibly 85% of your liver." And so I got off the chemo drugs, and I went and had 75% of my liver removed. I don't know if you know this or not, but the liver grows back. So that's the good news there. So, and I was dumbfounded. I said, "What do I need to go on some sort of medicine to encourage the growth and live through this pain for 5 or so years?" He said, "No, it grows back in 2 to 3 weeks." So that was good news. It's definitely a testament to God's love. After that, I went back on chemo, off chemo. I had my colon resected, about 24 inches of colon taken out, and then I was cancer-free. And then, unfortunately, in the right before Christmas of 2014, it had come back into my lungs. And there it sits, and we've been playing whack-a-mole with those tumors for over a year now. And they'll flare up, and we'll pound them back down with some chemo, and then I'll go back on Xeloda, which is a maintenance pill, and knock it back down, and that's where I sit today. So almost 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with stage 4, and I'm still here. I'm still fighting. You know, and with a diagnosis like this, you begin to live the new normal. And no one put this into perspective better than my then 5-year-old daughter. When we were talking about Christmas, my wife Julie said, "Caroline, what do you want for Christmas?" And this might be TMI, but she said, "I want to get Daddy another toilet." He must like what he has because he uses it so much. She's funny. So, you know, right from the get-go, I tried to stay positive. We didn't know the boat thing, and that worked out well. And I believe, I heard a quote early on, and I believe it was David Servin Schreiber, who wrote Anti-Cancer. And he said something like this: "It's not good enough just not wanting to die. You have to want to live. You got to set goals. You want to get on. For me, I want to be at my girls. I want to give them away on their wedding day. So that's a long goal. They're, you know, too young to get married now, of course. So 20 years or so. I tell them 30, but they push back. I joined a support group, and I've got an amazing. It's the Thomas Chapman Wellness Center down in Atlanta, Piedmont Hospital. I've got a great support group, and you just learn a lot from people in there. You go in and you think, you know, why me, why me, why me? And you hear some of these stories and you're like, holy cow, why them? Bill, he's about 80 now. He was diagnosed with cancer in 1978. And he's been fighting ever since, and Bill is a fighter. His famous words are, "I can't die, my wife would kill me." So he's great. So I joined the support group, and just to surround yourself with people that tell you, you can do it, you can do it. Really helps. I drew some parallels between cancer and running a marathon, although I've never run a marathon, but I can only think that, you know, fighting cancer, being a cancer patient, and running a marathon, it's basically an individual sport. However, you do a hell of a lot better if you join a team. And so I joined the team at Piedmont. I've got a great support group. I've started doing yoga. I've meditated. I do mindfulness, practice mindfulness. I'd be remiss if I didn't give God the glory that I'm still here. He has definitely been with me every step of the way. I've felt His presence, and I truly believe that I've been helped immensely through my relationship with the Lord. Using my chef background, the first group meeting I went to, there was a guy, a chef. I immediately connected with this guy. And he cooked a great dinner, and then he told us that Chef Hans from Germany, great guy, helped cook. He owns a B&B in the mountains of Georgia. He started to tell his story, and he's been through like 11 surgeries in 12 years. He's stage 4. He's got no stomach, but he's still fighting. And I said, you know, we were going around the table introducing ourselves, and what do you want to do? That was the question. So we went around, and I said, my goal in all of this is to be up there where Chef Hans is. And using my background as a chef came into play. About 8 months later, I was up there cooking for all the guys, and that was a powerful evening for me, and I've continued to do so. I've had to teach myself how to cook more nutritional foods, meals, which has been great for me. It's always a learning experience. I'm able to teach others and reach out. When I stand up in front of the group, it's mostly women that come to these groups. It's usually tied with coming into yoga, and then I'll cook a dinner or a lunch. And they come in, and people that don't know me, because this doesn't look like cancer, does it?
No.
So they come in and they sit down, and I'm up there waxing poetic about how you should eat better, and then you should eat this, and this fights cancer, you should eat this. And people that haven't heard my spiel before, they just cut me off, and I can imagine they're telling themselves, geez, just one more person that doesn't know what I'm going through, telling me what I need to be doing. And then the great reveal is, hey, I'm a colon cancer stage 4 guy, and I unfortunately I belong to this club that we're all in. And the look on their face is like, this is amazing that he's still here and doing what he does. So it's been great. The good side of cancer is I've met some incredible people. I would not be here with you had I not caught this disease. I've met a lot of terrific people like Bill. I've been able to use my skills as a chef to teach people how to eat better, and I call it cooking with a purpose. And at the end of the day for me, after all this, it's not whether or not the glass is half empty or half full, but that it's refillable. So I suffer through my half empty days, and I strive to fill that glass back up as soon as I can. And I think we've done a heck of a job. This whole table is family and friends up here supporting not only me, but my wife Julie running her marathon. It's amazing to look out and see all their pretty faces. Thanks for coming. So that's my story. Thank you for listening. Never give up. Keep on fighting. Those of you out there fighting, keep on supporting those of you who are here to lend support. We're on a hell of a race tomorrow. And have a good night.